Live from New York. 18 minutes late. Better late than never, as they say. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our show, Trucking to Heaven, with our hosts, Felix and
Dr. Mark.
And we are here live tonight, as we are every Friday and Monday.
However,
not always on time.
At 9 o'clock, exactly.
We were having we got new equipment today, and it just did not work. We
were born under a bad star, I think, when it comes to technology.
Yeah. We were supposed to, we just got a new computer redone for this and brought in and tested out fine until we were ready to go. Then it went flop, fizz, fizz.
It was no relief, folks.
No, none at all. It was just went, as little kids say, caca. It went caca. Sorry for such crude language, but I'm a crude New Yorker.
Yes, you are. Crude and rude.
And rude, absolutely. I'm from New York. You know, when I go down to Virginia, people say good morning, and I say to them, why? I don't know you.
It's funny you should say that. I remember walking in the country with my kids, you know, all four of them, and after dinner especially, and we would pass people and I would smile and say hello, and they would say hello, and the kids would look at me and say, you know them? I say, no. And why do you say hello? Because it's the right thing to do. Nowadays, for those people who live in high-rise buildings who really don't know their neighbors, but when you get into the elevator and someone else gets into the elevator, how many times do they look at you and say hello?
Never.
Then you wonder, like a psychologist, what do you mean by that?
Most of them actually just stand there and stare. If you ever watch the TV comedies, when you see the people just go in an elevator, everybody's looking ahead and staring and not saying a word to each other.
Yeah, they stare up, they look at the ground, you know.
Yeah, that's reality. You know, people don't get friendly just because they're
afraid that they're on the train. As my sister has said more than once, somebody would comment to her, you say, what you looking at?
Who you talking to?
Yeah, you looking at me?
It's a very strange world.
You know, and then the question arises, have we really evolved to that, Felix?
I'm not sure. I mean, before we get into how we evolved there, just want to say, this is typical of New York. I'm sure not in other parts of the world, in the country. So don't, you know, what we're saying, if you're coming out of Virginia or Alabama or Mississippi or wherever you are coming from, and you know, and you guys, you're from Andy Griffith country, wherever it is, and you know, and you're Gomer and you're saying hello to whoever. That's different, you know. That you guys come from a different environment. We come from a rough environment, and it's just a little different. And you know, but it's funny how, you know, we all evolved a little differently. You know, why did we evolve crude? Such crude, impersonal, and the rest of the country probably a lot more personable and friendly.
Well, that brings us to today's topic now, doesn't it, Felix?
Yes, evolution.
God or science?
Anybody have any ideas? You can call us at
516-665-1860.
Or you can Skype us at
Trucking to Heaven.
No dot. Just Trucking to Heaven is a Skype ID. Those are for the listeners from London or wherever else you might be.
London, huh? Boy,
London.
You got dreams.
No, we do have some listeners from London.
Okay. I'll buy that.
I don't remember their names, but then I don't remember most of. It's not that I remember. I don't know most of my listeners' names.
Isn't it Big Ben?
Big Ben.
Could be Ben Roethlisberger, quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Could be anybody. But anyway, let's go now. This is a controversial topic. It's an interesting topic, and we definitely need some feedback on this from the audience, because I am not an expert on this.
And neither am I, but one thing that Felix and I do know, everybody has an opinion about evolution or science, okay? No. Yes. No, evolution is science. Excuse me.
Yes.
We made a mistake.
You made a mistake.
I made a mistake.
Evolution and religion.
Yes. I stand corrected, so don't go by what the topic says. And we can't change it now, can we?
Well, no, we said evolution, God or science. We said it right. You just said it wrong.
God or science. Yes, I said it wrong. Blame me. The doctorate means nothing. I'm entitled to make mistakes.
Everybody's entitled, and everybody's forgiven.
Am I allowed to curse on this?
Are you allowed to curse? No. We do not use...
I can't say it?
I don't know what you're going to say. What? Say it louder. I can't hear you, Walk.
Asshole? Oh, I guess I could say it.
You did already.
As my wife said when she worked in the hospital, and somebody once said to her, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. So everybody out there, you all have an asshole. You all have an opinion. I hate to be crude like Felix, but the truth is everybody's got an opinion about this topic, so we'd like to hear from you. And now that I finished making a fool of myself, with a little help from Felix,
I'll make a fool of myself, and hopefully I can make a fool of you too.
That's not hard to do.
Tell me about it.
I do a pretty good job when I open my mouth.
We both do. That's why people listening to us. We make assholes of ourselves.
No.
Oh, you used it. Why can't I use it?
Because I have a PhD. Piled higher and deeper, remember?
Yeah.
Piled higher and deeper.
Okay, that's it.
However, you do have a Doctor of Divinity.
I do have a Doctor of Divinity.
As such, you should really carry yourself in a higher vein than me.
Yeah, Doctor.
My PhD is only in academia. Yours is in religion.
That is true. And it was very hard earned, too.
I mean, I never heard God call you an asshole.
That's true. I never heard him call anybody an asshole, actually.
Well, especially you.
Oh, all right. Anyway, let's go down. Evolution. God. 7 days. Adam and Eve.
It's the big query is for religious people, and I'm talking about rabbis, imams, priests, reverends. In divinity school, they're all taught that the world is basically 6,000 years old. It goes back to roughly Adam and Eve, But the educated scientific part of them would have to ask the question, science has shown that the world is millions, if not the galaxy being billions of years old, and we're only a microcosm. Man is only a microcosm in the Earth's existence. So how is that explained when you try to explain religion and science? Felix?
You can't explain it. Religion is based on fact, fiction, suspicion, and who's to say how things actually started. They say God made the earth in 7 days. When was the first day?
And how long was a day?
Exactly.
A day could have been, in our recollection, a day could have been millions of years old.
Exactly. So if you're looking at the first day with the Bang Theory.
Isn't that a TV show on Thursday?
Yeah.
Big Bang Theory.
The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, Dr. Sheldon and Lenny and Kutrapali and Howard.
Yeah,
all of them.
Yeah. Anyway, that's so. Let's, for argument's sake, that's day one. For the if you want to apply a religion to science, that's the first day God said, "Let's form the planet Earth." And day 2, day 3 comes in, and he develops it more and more, and then finally we come to day 7, and that's when he develops mankind. Now, if he evolved them from apes and said, "Okay, now it's time for there to be a man," that would all fit in with religion and science. So now, and obviously Adam and Eve are, to me, are symbolic of man and women. I don't think they're actually just Adam and Eve. It's just man and woman. He created two.
Could be Adam and Steve.
These days, yeah, but then I don't think so. So, symbolically, he created a man and a woman, or many men and women, represented by Adam and Eve. So now we're in Adam and Eve, 6,000 years ago, and all's cool. Now your religion follows evolution, and you don't have to worry about it. Now, if anybody believes this is a bull. I mean, anybody believes this, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with a theory that accepts both. I think somehow, from what I've been reading, I
don't know, that great intellectual sage Sarah Palin has said that the Earth is only 6,000 years old.
Well,
everybody knows that everything she says is right on target.
And that means she's not even a Neanderthal yet.
My goodness. But I do want to give a shout out to a very good PBS special that I watched a few months ago called The Universe in 2 Hours. It starts off with just about the Big Bang, or how the universe was created, the Big Bang, and it goes into the 7 days that supposedly it took for man to evolve on the face of the earth. It started with life in the ocean, life crawling out of the ocean, okay, because, life in the Bible is different from the beginning of life and science. Adam and Eve didn't look the way they did originally, okay? We go back to Neanderthal man or Cro-Magnon man. I don't even know who's the oldest, really. But it's been proven by science that man evolved from the ape.
And that's God's work. And as I said, once he became man, that's when that's when he decided to evolve into a man. And that's
but are you saying that God didn't create the animals, the apes?
Absolutely, he created.
So then it didn't begin with Adam and Eve. But that's what the Bible is saying.
No, mankind began. I believe mankind may have begun with. Well, no, because it was 6 days. Or were there not 6 days before he created Adam and Eve?
No, it was 6 days before he created man, which is the man who walks erect.
So that's on the seventh day he created Adam and Eve. Is that
correct? We looked a hell of a lot like a monkey.
No. Is that what it was? The seventh day he created Adam.
No, the seventh day he rested.
On the sixth day he created Adam and Eve.
Right.
Okay, so the other 5 days, the rest of the earth was created. It just was a very long 5 days. Each day was probably millions of years.
It's just the Bible leaves out all the mistakes that God made. Like when he tried to create man and he made a mistake, so he scratched that one and started again.
Oh, he just let evolution take place, and then when man came out finally, and that's
what a bimbo, Let him make all the mistakes he wants. Maybe he'll learn eventually.
Yeah, well, he's God. He can make whatever mistakes he wants.
God doesn't make mistakes.
If he wants
Remember that.
If he wants
Religion says God doesn't make mistakes. In fact, that's what they talk about when they talk about this pro-life stuff and everything. God doesn't make mistakes. When people talk about certain people or children being mistakes, God makes no mistakes. It's the people who make the mistakes. And God allows that to happen because people are stupid. It's as simple as that.
Well, God created us and let us evolve.
A question.
Work too well.
A caller.
Good evening. Welcome to Trucking to Heaven. This is Felix, and we've got Mark here.
Mark, it's Dan.
Dan, how are you?
You guys are upsetting me. I disagree with everything you guys are saying.
Well, I'm glad.
That's you're entitled to.
Jeez.
I'm trying to provoke some thought here.
Have you guys? You called me because you guys got me upset in a good way, Hold on, let me turn the speakers off because I can't. Anyway,
if it starts conversation, Dan, it's a good thing.
Have you guys ever seen God? You've seen pictures of Jesus.
Well, no. You mean you're talking now about God the Father, obviously.
Right.
Okay, no. That is taken on faith.
Faith, okay.
The only person, okay, with the exception maybe even of Jesus, who ever really saw God,